Please keep a prayerful thought for me and my family. We are in desperate need of Allah's grace. Yes, sister. You have Allah's grace. No matter what you're going through, there's a way to look at some of the problems and trials of life. If you look at it rightly, you can go through it more easily. There's not one person in this room that has not, young or old, come upon some hard times. There are times when it's so rough till you may not think you can make it another day. How many of you have experienced times like that in your young life already? You have? Yeah. And if you haven't, don't worry. If you live long enough, you sure gonna run into this. Nobody lives perpetually happy in this world. God is so wise in the way He has ordered life. He has ordered life that we must experience the opposites in order to appreciate the good. If you don't experience evil, you don't know how to appreciate good. If you don't experience sadness, you really don't know how to appreciate joy. Do you understand? If you don't appreciate life, you can never appreciate death. And if you don't appreciate what death is, you cannot understand what life is. And so God has ordained that we just have to go through this. That's it. And the only people that don't go through this are the people that don't come to birth or don't live to a certain age of maturity. But there are children right now, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, with certain kinds of diseases that are experiencing pain on a level that some of us have not experienced pain. And they are coping with it. Do you understand? Showing you that this is what life is all about. My son-in-law learned last night that his cousin in Detroit, a young girl, 17 years old and pregnant, was walking across the street, maybe not thinking about where she was going. She got hit by a truck, and the truck kept going. Her sister saw her sister laying out there in the street and ran out after her sister, not mindful of where she was going. And a car came along and struck her and killed her, so both of them are dead, and they're both teenagers. Now that's hard times. Not hard times for those who have lost their lives, but hard times for those who love them and have to bury them and continue on after them. Now, what do you say to a person that has lost 2 daughters like that? What do you say to a young man who made the young girl pregnant and he lost the fruit of the womb and the woman who's producing his child? How do you talk to them? But God has made us all to handle the vicissitudes of life. You can handle it. And God's grace is always there if you call on it. And the way to call on His grace, if I may say, is to understand that into all of our lives a misfortune will come if we live long enough. And when misfortune comes, The truly righteous person will say, we are Allah's. He is our patron, and to him is our eventual return. What does that do? That makes you go through your hour of trial with the strength necessary to overcome it. I've seen people literally curse God when things like this happen and they can't understand it. I've watched women at funerals, men too, just cry out. They want to know why. Why my son? Why my daughter? Why you take this person? He was so good. Why didn't you take that wild, crazy one down the street? Why you take my child that was so good? I mean, parents ask these kind of questions. And they think because they live right. And Jesus, you know, I say all my prayers and I read the Bible every morning. Why you take my child? Does that mean that he's not supposed to take your child simply because you read the Bible and pray? What kind of sick mind do you have? You ain't no better than nobody else because you read the Bible and pray. Somebody else don't read the Bible and don't pray, but that don't mean you are better than they because you read the Bible and pray. You have a funny way of looking at your own little righteousness. And some of us think because we're Muslims and believing in the one God that nothing should happen to us. Don't be a fool. If you believe in Jesus and you say he's the Son of God, couldn't get no closer to God than that. But look what God put him through. And that's his child. Well, if he put Jesus through that, then you hush. There ain't nobody nailed you yet. They may be planning to. Do you hear what I'm saying? Yes, sir. So whenever your trial comes, if you look at how he prayed when he was going through it, Father, I commend my spirit into your hand. Look, I can't handle this. I can't handle it, but I know you can. I'm just going to go on. I'm going to keep stepping. Well, that's the way I believe that the righteous should always be here. So that whatever happens in your life, you find the inner strength to get on through it. And you got to find the strength from within yourself, because there are times when you can't lean on nobody. There are times when mom is not going to be there, dad is not going to be there, your best friend is not going to be there. So some connection got to be made with you and your Creator direct, that you can go on through it alone, knowing that you're still not alone. So trials come into your life to see what kind of person you are. Hell, it's easy for you to love God if everything going your way.
Yes, sir.
Can you dig it?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me. I don't mean to be hip, but look, you got children. Daddy, can I have some candy? Yes, son. Daddy, can I have that gun set? Yes, son. Daddy, can I have a cowboy hat? Yes, son. Daddy, can I have a baseball mitt? Yes, son. Daddy, I want a new suit. Sure, son. Then one day, Daddy ain't got no money. Said, Daddy, can I have it? No, I ain't got it. What? Shoot. Hell, you don't know what you got. You think you got a son. It's like a woman. Every time she asks you for something, you try to give it to her. She says, oh, thank you, darling. Oh, sugar, you so sweet. Bless your heart. But when you tell her, baby, I can't do that this week. And I won't be able to do it next week. What? Well, just a minute. I know someone who can, you know. And that's when you find the strength to say, find him, baby.
Yes, sir. That's right.
And get the hell on out of my life. You know somebody who can give it to you, go find them. Because hell, you ain't here to give her every time she asks whatever she asks for. Hell no. God don't do that for you. And he's God and got all the treasures, can give you anything you want, but he don't do it. So how the hell you going to expect your husband to do it, or you expect your wife to do it? No, there come a time when you're not able to do it. And that's when you find out what you got. I used to do that to my children all the time. And other people's children. I'd set them up. Set their minds up. Yeah, and when I come home, I'm going to do such and such and so and so. And boy, their minds be all set up when I come home. I'm very sorry. I won't be able to do that. Then I just sit back and watch them. So their lips get long and funny. That's showing me what I really got there. See, when you can't take disappointment, then the real person comes out under disappointment. That's when Satan became known, according to the Quran, when he got a disappointment. You judge me to be erring and cause me to remain disappointed? Well, I'll lie in wait for them in that straight path. See, I'm going to get even with you, God. There's a lot of people like that. As long as you give them what they ask for, they with you. I got some around here that's like that. And I'm going to try them soon. I'm going to build their minds up like they're going to get whatever they want. And then I'm going to tell them, sorry, I can't do it. And then I'm going to look in your face and see how you act.
Yes, sir.
And then bust you, get rid of you. Hell no, you ain't got no friend if you just got a friend and every time he calls, you can say yes, and he says, oh, thank you, you know. That ain't nothing. So you under God's grace right now. But maybe when you're going through a trial, you're being made manifest. Your faithfulness, your strength, your commitment to God is seen more in trials than it's seen when things are going your way. But God tries you with both. Because he'll give you something that's a real blessing.
Yes, sir.
And then see how you act. Then when you got money in your pocket, you're riding high, ain't got no time to pray.
That's right.
Prayers for them people that need it, you know what I mean? I once needed to pray, you know what I mean? Now I got what I want. Oh, who is God? Where is he? I'll call him when I need him. And in a little while, you need it. Well, the point is, either way, when you are tried by hard times, remain steadfast. When you're tried by good times, remain steadfast. Then that's a person that God marks as the righteous.